is doing well. Fix my shirt. Um, I hope you guys are doing well. Happy Wednesday. I hope everyone is doing well and having a wonderful evening. It's what, February 17? It's 7:13 here. Is it the 17th or 18th? I don't, let's see. February 18th. Wow, the month of February is really flying by, right? What, 2 more weeks and February is pretty much done. We're in, well, another week, right? Another full week after this week, and February is pretty much done. We're gonna be into March. I've been so sick lately, like I have a head cold. I don't know, something is going around, but I hope everyone is staying warm. The weather is getting a little bit warmer, and spring is around the corner is all I have to say, because I don't do anything in the winter. I'm normally home. I don't do anything. So my life is pretty much dull in the winter. So guys, when you come in, please don't forget to like my live and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. So don't forget to do that, and don't forget to say hello. Hi Joanna, how are you? Joanna Pierre. How are you? I have not been on live for a while because I've been under the weather. So my voice, my head, everything have been not good. So I here for a little bit today. Hope you're doing well. Where are you located? Are you in somewhere warm or somewhere, cold? I hope you're doing good. I've been a little bit under the weather. I know you guys can probably hear it in my voice, but something is going around in the Northeast because, it's winter. I know the cold is nothing, but once the kids go to school and they get all the germs, they bring all the germs to you. Because I pretty much, I don't really go around crowds much. So I don't know. But hopefully by the weekend, my cold will, or the flu will be gone. But I hope you guys are doing well. I hope everyone is having a good week. We're almost done. February is almost over. March is around the corner, and we're almost into spring. I can't wait for spring where I'll go out more. You know, I'll go out more. So I wanted to talk about this thing that I saw. This guy I saw on the internet on Instagram. He was saying that his wife, I don't know if these group of women were like very best friends, and they had an account. They were married, but behind their husband's back, or no, they told their husbands that they had a group account, like a savings or a checking account, where they pull money into the account and they use that money to like do activities, do friends activities, like go on trips with their girlfriends, go on dinner dates with their girlfriends, and go shopping, stuff like that behind their husband's back. So I wanted to ask you guys, would you willing to do that with your friends? I think if you have a good friends group, that's a good thing to do. But most girls or most people don't trust their people to have an account. If you're not in their household, most people will not open up like a checking or a savings account with you. So I just want to know what you guys think. Would you be willing to open up a checking or savings account with a group of friends just so you can have a social life? Like the money is pretty much for entertainment, like going out, partying, shopping, doing whatever, planning a week, a girls' trip. I think it's a great idea if you have a good friends group or a good sister group for you to pull money into an account and for you guys to take that money and go on a trip, because most girls like me, I live with all males in my family. In my household, it's all males. So I am the only female in my house. So I would die if I didn't have a girls trip once a year, or if I didn't have, time out with my girlfriends, because my house is full of male energy. So I need to be around females at least every quarter, or maybe once every other month. My Valentine's Day was good. I pretty much stayed home because I was sick. I didn't celebrate Valentine's Day. And my anniversary is on the 22nd. So normally we celebrate our anniversary, we don't celebrate Valentine's. So our anniversary is 2/22, and so we just celebrate then instead of celebrating Valentine's. So my thing is, I was just talking about, would you guys pool bring your money into an account just for entertainment with friends or family? And I think that's a great idea because I have a friends group and I don't see my friends often. So I would love to do that for me and my friends to pool. But most of my friends are very, they're established people who work, they have their careers. So that wouldn't be a problem for us to pool together to do a trip or a girls' trip or a dinner. But when I was sent that link, I just in my mind thought those probably were rich women because most people on middle class level or non-middle class, they would not open up a checking account with someone outside of their family. But that's just the mentality of the rich. It just shows you how a rich person thinks versus how, so it just shows you how a rich person think versus how a regular person think. And Joanna, how was your Valentine's Day? Did you enjoy your Valentine's Day? I will go out this weekend, but like I said, I'm in New. What did you do for Valentine's? I'm in the cold climate, so I have a son. His birthday is the week before Valentine's every year, so we went out that weekend, and then Valentine's come, and then my anniversary is the week after Valentine's Day. So we just decided not to this year. I did get roses and, chocolate, but we'll celebrate next weekend. I mean, this upcoming weekend. So, do you have Juana, are you a female or a male? Did you have a significant other in your life? Did you take them out? I hope you did. I love to see when the men go all out with the female on Valentine's. Or did you get your gift, Joanna? Did you get your roses, your gift, your chocolate? Were you taken out on a date? I feel like when men, I see all the feed on Instagram or TikTok, it's so sweet that men are being, romantic or romancing their females because a lot of men are not romantic. They had this thing on Instagram where the females had to put the flowers and balloon outside the door and put a sign letting their husbands know to knock the door, and bring the flowers in. And I think that was so cute because most men are not romantic. You have to nudge them. So to see men being romantic and giving females flowers and, gifts is pretty good. And I think, oh, that's pretty nice. My mom doesn't celebrate Valentine's Day, so she would not give me that. I gave my kids, like, they have the little teddy bears, so I gave it to them, the little sweet gifts. And I don't know if maybe next year I'll go all out for Valentine's Day, but I wasn't in the mood. I did pat my kids um their gift basket for his classroom. They were having a Valentine's Day party. He's 9, so I gave those children gifts. And he got candy. He's like, I don't like, my son doesn't like candy, so he'll get the candy and he won't eat it. He prefers like chips. He's not like a candy person, but you know, that was our Valentine's. So this weekend I'll have my anniversary and that will be my Valentine's Day. But I'm happy that your mom treated you nice, Joanna. It's so cool. But like I mentioned, there's so many holidays to celebrate, so many different holidays, Valentine's, and now we're having Galentine's. Galentine's is the day before Valentine's. So we have so many holidays that I can't keep up with all the time, but I do try to keep up with Valentine's, but the major holidays that I try to celebrate is pretty much Christmas, Thanksgiving, and then birthdays. I love to celebrate birthdays. You know, birthdays are very big for me. So I make sure everyone either have a birthday party or a dinner. Everyone around me, I make sure if they're celebrating, I have to be a part of it. So that's how I treat my friends and family special for their birthdays. Hi, Kiyomi. Same here, honey. How are you? You feel better? I have not been on. I'm so sorry, guys. I miss you guys. Miss sitting here talking to you guys, you know. But remember, I said I was sick. I couldn't come on because my head cold, you can still hear it. It's so stuffy on this side of my face. It's not better now, but I've been drinking my fluids, taking my vitamin C, hoping to get better by the weekend. Oh, nice, Kiyomi. That's so nice. That's so nice. Right. You have to, you know, you have to because you can't let sickness get you down. So you're over the flu now, right? Did you have a oh, you said you were sick on Valentine's, right? I remember you said that you were sick on Valentine's and you could not go out. So, yeah, so next year will be a better Valentine's for me. I'll plan it out. It's just February is such a busy month for me because I have so many birthdays in my family. There's so many people born in February in my family and September. So those are the two big months. February and September dominates my family for the birthdays. So those 2 months I'm quite busy with celebrations and, you know, oh, you have asthma, honey. Wow. Take care of yourself. Oh, I understand. Take care of yourself. I know I was reading that an Olympian, he have asthma. He runs track and there's a formula that he drinks. I think it's Noah Lyles. He run track and he has asthma and he has medicine, but his mom makes a certain juice for him that helps him. If I can find it, then I'll bring it to you. I think she like boiled the pineapple peel with something else, or I think it's the plain pineapple peel. You know, the outside skin of the pineapple. When you peel your pineapple, you boil that and you drink it. But I think she add other things to it, and she said that helps him a lot with asthma. But I'll see if I can find a remedy. It was a while back. I saw it, it popped on my TikTok, and I thought that was pretty cool because he said, you know, he runs trap, but he have a big issue with asthma. And she said that's one of the remedies that she used along with his medicine to make it a little bit better from him. Juana, how old are you turning? Yeah, you'll have to research Kiyomi because it's like a natural remedy. I think he add the pineapple peel with ginger and some. It was a lot of concoction in it, but he said his mom makes it and he drinks. And you know he's with a Jamaican girlfriend or wife, so you know Jamaicans drink a lot of those type of teas. So look into it for sure. I had family members who had bad asthma, like my mom, my sister, and my brother had asthma. So they grew out of it eventually. My sister grew out of it, my mom grew out of it, but my brother, he still has asthma. He's 47 years old, but he still suffers with asthma. But, you know, he have to take his medicine. And it's weird how asthma, I think it's like the environment, the dust, things around you that may affect, but take care of yourself. Joanna, I think you're young because I remember talking to you. Are you 10 years old? I remember talking to you before. I think you're 10 years old. Yes. Why is everyone born in February? Is it when is everyone is born in February? I'm telling you, there's so many people around me that's born in February. So many people. And September, it's just very weird, like very weird. February and September are the two main months of birthdays in my family or the people around me. I would say around me, February and September. It's just clouded with birthdays. I don't know. It's clouded. Oh, you were born in September? Are you a Virgo? I swear, everyone around me is born in September. Like my closest friends, family members are born in September or February. The majority, I have people in my family who, you know, but a lot of people are born in September and February. Lots of them. I don't know. When do you get pregnant to have a September baby? Oh, Nathaniel, happy belated birthday. You're born the day after Valentine's. Did you celebrate? Happy belated birthday, Nathaniel. Yeah, I know a lot of February people, I'm telling you. A lot of February. March, not so much, maybe one or two. My dad is born in March, but I don't know a lot of March people, but February, even my birth month, a lot of people in my family or around me is not born that month. Maybe some co-workers, but not a lot of people. I'm born in May and not a lot of people around me are born in May. So, but a lot of people are born in February, I'm telling you, and September. September dominates. I don't know. September. Oh, is New Year's? Those are New Year's pregnancy, is it? I think everybody got pregnant in for the New Year, so all their babies were born in September, either Christmas Eve or New Year's. That's funny if you really think about it now. Okay, Kiyomi, have a great weekend. Happy I was able to talk to you for the past two live. I'll probably come on this weekend and then we can chat. Hopefully, you find the remedy for your asthma. Take your meds, and I'll try to find a remedy. And then maybe next time I'll write it down and I'll come here and I'll let you know. But take care and enjoy, hun. So I feel like, oh, you're nine turning 10. So, Joanna, you could be my daughter. I have a son your age. But he turned 9, December 26th, and he doesn't turn 10 until the end of the year again. So you guys are not far apart. You were born in September and he was born in December. So me and your mom were pregnant around the same time, pretty much. So we had kids around the same age. So that's pretty cool. How old is your mother? Is your mother young? You have a young mother? So, guys, yeah, I was pretty much talking about if you would ever pool your finances together for with friends group. So, I think it's very important that people to have a good friends group, have a group of people outside of their families that they can have fun with. So, yes, I would definitely pool together, open up an account so me and my friends could go on a trip or go shopping or do whatever. But I think that mainly happened with rich people because people on like medium level, they don't want people to know a lot of things about them. They're secretive with their finances. So Joanna, hopefully I'm live on your birthday and I can shout you out for your birthday. But what else do you guys want to talk about? Guys, thank you for coming on to my live, and I hope you like my live. I have not been up to anything, you know. I know a lot of people, they're having seasonal depression where they're stuck in the house, not up to anything, not doing anything. That's pretty much how it's been, you know, just stay in the house, go to work, do housework, stay with family. But the good thing, you get to stay with your family in the wintertime. Oh, you said you were nine turning, you're, Juana, you said you were nine going on 10 in September. And I said, me and your mom were pregnant at the same time because I have a son who's nine and he's going to be 10, but he's going to be 10 December 26th at the end of the year because he literally just turned nine. And I said, me and your mom, we were pregnant at the same time. We were pregnant around the same time. Yeah. So yeah, I have a little boy, my last son. Um, that he's gonna be nine turning 10. So I asked, how old is your mom? Because I feel like I had my son at an older age. I was what, 34 years old, which is to me that, you know, I wasn't that young. I wasn't a young chicken. So I asked, how old was your mom when she had you? So guys, please don't forget to like my live and subscribe to my channel, please. So don't forget to like my live. I like to talk about all different topics. I just love to talk, but today it's a pretty much all over the place because I didn't come on with a specific topic. Sometimes I come on with a specific topic, but today I didn't come on. But the topic about friends pooling together and, you know, starting an account to have entertainment is good. I think it's a great thing because people are really busy and stressed with kids going to school, sports activities, maintaining the house, cooking, cleaning. So you need time away from those things. A woman or a man should never be tied to just domestic items. You need to have fun with your friends and family. You need to have fun with your friends and family, and just that's just a really good thing to spend time with your friends and family, you know? So, if you ever pull together with your friends, guys, go ahead, pull together and have a blast with your friends, you know, and hang out with people who are very genuine to you. It's so hard to find people who are genuine. Oh, so you have a young mom, Joanna. You have a young mom. You have a younger mom, so she's young. She's in her 30s now, huh? She's in her 30s. Okay, that's good. She was young, so where's your mom now? Are you on your mom's account? You must be on your mom's account. You're on your mom's account, huh? I think mostly girls will come on live, mainly boys. My kids are out. They're at a sports practice. I didn't bring them today, so I am home. They're practicing for their sport event. That's the thing. I always say on here, you have to have. Do you go to dance or anything, Joanna? Do you have any activities that you do after school? Like your kids have to be in activities. Make sure you sign up for dancing or anything. I don't know what you like. Sign up for an activity that you like because I feel like kids should be definitely, excuse me, in some type of activity that helps them. It motivates, it builds their character, give them confidence, give them like self-esteem if they're a part of a group, you know? So I feel like with my kids, they'll always be a part of a sports group because I can't have kids just home. They have to be out And someone was talking to me saying, is it right to have your children compete, like to put them in sports to make them constantly compete with other children? And I think if you're in sport, people have friendly competition. You have to teach your kids to have friendly competition where it is a sport, but you cannot take it too serious where your self esteem is hurt. You're going to try to really hurt the person if they win. You have to know that in sports, you win or you lose. You should not take it to that other level. And it's just weird. Some sports moms or sports people are really, really serious about the competition where they want to hurt another kid or hurt another parent just so that your child could win a sports. These kids are not Olympians. These kids are not, if a kid is like 9, 10, 11, 12, they're youths. It's just youth sports. They're not getting paid for it. Now, when they start getting paid for it, yes, I understand that the serious competition makes sense, but your kids are not getting paid. So why are you hurting someone or doing something to hurt a child? You should not. But you definitely should teach your kids to have friendly competition. They can compete and it not get to their head. And that's what I try to teach my sons. You guys have to stay in sports because it keeps you physically fit. It teaches you how to compete and not be like not take it to heart. It's good to compete, it's good to win, but don't let your self esteem get messed up or your confidence. It's just a game. I tell them it's just a game. You're doing it for your pastime. That's a good sport. Ballet is good. Ballet is a very nice sport. If I had a girl, I probably would sign her up for ballet as well. That's a very good sport for a girl to be in. I just feel like the kids have to be active. You can't keep them home. They have to be because Roblox or I don't know, Roblox will take over their minds, their life. You have to teach them how to be physically and mentally. And sports help them too, It gives them confidence. It gives them something to look forward to. They have a life. The weird thing, my son the other day, he's like, because they practice 3 to 4 times a week for about 2 hours. So he looked at me and he said, "Oh, mom, can I have a normal life?" I said, "No, you can't have a normal." I said, "What does a normal life look like?" And he said, "Oh, a normal life look like me staying at home, not getting up to go to practice, me not going up to a sport event." And I said, "No, you cannot have a normal life. You cannot just be home and not do anything. You have to be in a sport. That's a requirement in this household. You have to be in an activity. You can't just be home." Oh, Joanna, you're Haitian. Yeah, Haitian are strict. I'm Jamaican, but I'm a little bit more, well, my kids don't go out, but if I'm having a birthday dinner or I'll invite their friends and they all play Roblox, they all talk in a group chat together. They're school friends and they're also sports friends. So if you're in ballet, you might meet girls that can become your best friends. Or if you join any other sport, you can meet girls that become your best friends, or your friends. Hi, Lottie. How are you? Are you Lottie from England? How are you? I have not spoken to you in a while. Don't forget to like my live and subscribe. So I feel like sports teams are good. It helps you build a friends group. It helps you, you know, you have something to look forward to as a youth. You're not just home playing video games or doing homework and schoolwork. Sports teams, yes, because I ran track. I always talk about that. I ran track in from I was 10 to 16 from 6 years. So I did track as youth and then I did track in high school. High school, I had to quit track, but I wouldn't advise anyone quitting track. The reason why I quit track in high school is because school and sports, it was very hard to balance. Track is very competitive. It takes up a lot of your time. And so if I had to focus on school, so I had to unfortunately give it up. But if someone is really passionate about a sports, you have to teach them how to balance time and school so that they can do well in the sport. So I feel like kids should definitely be in a sports and parents should make them find time. Hanging out with friends, yes, I'm very leery as well. I don't let my kids hang out too much. But if there's a sports event, I do. My kids also have a lot of cousins. My kids have a lot of cousins, so they hang out with their cousins as well. Oh, that's pretty good. You see, even in London and England, they have different sports. Um, and Lottie, you do rowing, and in May you have a race. Okay, that is cool. That is nice. See, they have rowing, yeah, because we have the rowing machine in the gym. So sometimes I'll use the machine in the gym. But that's cool. I'll look up that sport. Now, I know they're having the Winter Olympics. They're having it in Milan. And I'm wondering if you guys are watching the Winter Olympics. I was not really watching the Winter Olympics, but I see clips of it coming up through my phone. And I'm just so proud that the Caribbean teams are over there doing the Winter Olympics. That's pretty dope because the Caribbean teams don't have any form of snow in their country. But I'm pretty sure, pretty positive that most of them go overseas to practice in the snow. Like, I just love the story of the Jamaican bobsled team, you know, how they came about. I watched the movie and I love the story and the history of the Jamaican bobsled team. So I feel like it's pretty good that they have Caribbean people performing in the Olympic winter sports. And the best sport that I like for the winter sport is the ice skating. I'm obsessed with ice skating and watching it is just my favorite winter sport to watch. Ice skating. Okay. So you're saying you invite friends over to your godmom's house, but you can't. So your godmom is more relaxed than your mom. Okay. That's nice. But she and your mom should also follow the same rules. You know, she shouldn't, if your mom don't want you to have too many friends around, then your godmom should probably follow the same rules. But I'm sure she'll protect you. Is your godmom your mom's best friend? Is your godmom your mom's best friend? You know, godmoms are so nice. I have a godson, you know, but I feel like godmothers should follow the same regimen as, okay, so yeah, she's gonna protect you just like, you know, your mom would protect you because I have godsons, my nephew and my best friend's son, and I protect them. You know, if they come over here, they are like family. So, you know, you have to treat them like family. My best friend is like my family. You know, I know her family. She knows my family. We walk into each other's houses, go into her fridge and stuff. We take vacations with our families together. So, yeah, I think godmoms are really good to have. Like I said, it's good to have friendships that are very genuine and you guys treat each other with respect. You understand each other and you you know, you talk. If you have an issue, you talk, and your godmom will definitely protect you just like your mom will. I feel like godmothers are meant for that. You're supposed to protect the kids just like their parents will. You know, that's how it is. You protect your kids. Guys, so many prominent figures are passing away as well. I wanted to say that. Isn't it, Jesse Jackson passed away. Rest in peace to him. He was a big figure in the Black community, the African American community. So rest in peace to him because he did do a lot. I'm sure people will dig up dirt saying some things he didn't do. But you can do but so much as a prominent figure, activist. You can do so much. Yeah, some people are like that, Joanna. Some people are different from parents. Some parents get upset, some parents, it just depends on the parent. My friend is, I think, with my kids, I might get mad too, and she might not get mad because when you're the mom of the child, you expect more out of the child, and so that's it doesn't mean your mom, just she's very protective of you and she just wants the best for you. Most mothers are like that. They're very protective of their kids. They want the best. So if your mom is telling you to do something and then you're not listening, then that's going to upset your mom. So that's probably what it's like. So your mom have to deal with you majority of the time, so that's why she probably get upset. So if you're not listening to your mom, she's going to get upset. So the best thing for kids to do is listen to their parents because your parents are your guardians. They want you to do the best. They want to see you listen, behave, and follow the rules. Sometimes if you don't follow the rules, bad things will happen, and that's why your parents are so overprotective. So most godparents are very lenient because we're your godparents, but we're not your actual parents. So that's why they try to give you the benefit of the doubt. But your mom is probably more strict because she wants to see the best for you. And you shouldn't be mad at your mom for that because I think sometimes a strict parent is, I feel, guardian, like they protect you. They're there to watch over you, to guide you, to try to guardian, to try to, protect you from any harm. That's what a guardian means. That's what your mom is, your guardian. Your parents are your guardian. They're there to protect you. So they'll be, some parents are a little bit strict, some parents are more lenient. It depends on the personality type. Some people are, they're more lenient because they were a unruly child and they got a lot of beatings or discipline. So they don't want to do that to their kids. Some parents are more strict. They'll give more beatings because they see that their kids are going down the wrong path. But I feel like with children, the best thing to do is just talk to them, get to know your kids. I don't feel like beating a kid will work. Like once a kid have a certain personality type, that's the kid personality type. Some kids are very um strong will. They're very strong-headed, strong-minded. So it's hard to change those type of kids because that's just their personality. They're very strong personality types. There's some children that you can break them, they'll listen. They're afraid of getting in trouble. And there's other kids who they're not afraid of getting in trouble. They will get in trouble, you punish them, and the next minute they're getting in trouble again because those kids are strong will independent kids. They feel like they're in their own world or whatever. They have their own path. But the kids that you can guide, that listen, they're more willing to, I don't want to say they're weak. I shouldn't say that. That's a bad word. But they're more obedient, disobedient versus obedient. There's obedient kid and disobedient. Why are kids disobedient? I feel like those kids just want to do, they have their own path. They're strong willed, they're strong minded. That's why they're disobedient. They want to do their own thing. And most disobedient kids, they learn it later in life, you know? A lot of us, when we do the wrong thing and we don't listen to our parents, we learn later in life that what our parents said was true. If your parents said don't date that guy and then you went to date the guy, you have to learn your lesson. If your parents said go to school, get your degree, and get a good job, and you don't listen, then you're going to be that child that looks back and say, "Oh, mom, I should have listened to you. I'm not where I need to be because if I listened to you early on, then I would have reached my goal by now." But my thing is, if your parents are really looking out for you, the best thing is to listen to your parents because your parents have been there. They have walked the walk, they have lived life, and they have learned their lessons. So they're trying to teach you, they're trying to protect you, they're trying to help you to have a better life than they had. So that's why a lot of parents are strict. They want you to have a better life than they did, you know. And if a lot of parents can foresee certain things happening, if you're going down the wrong path, if you're disobedient, a lot of parents can see that, and you know, they're trying to stop it. But I believe like some people just have a certain destiny that they have to fulfill, no matter how much we try to help our kids or block them from certain things. It's gonna happen to them because that's their destiny. You know, can you prevent something that's meant to happen from happening? I personally don't believe so. If something is supposed to happen to an individual, even if it's your kids, no matter how much you try, if it's meant to happen to them, it's gonna happen. So I don't know. The best thing that you can do as a parent is to guide your kids to the best to your ability and try to just guide them. But when you hold a tight grip and you're very strict on your kids, eventually, when your kids go out to college or go out on their own, they're going to be their own person. So it's best to be a little bit lenient. I'm not saying that you should, you know, all your morals and values should go out the way, or all your rules or your guidelines for how you want your kids to be raised, or how you want what path you want your kids to take. But you can be as strict as you want to be, but some kids, once they grow up, they're going to do what they want to do, no matter how strict you were when they were younger. So as parents, we can try to do our best, and as kids, you guys should try to do your best to listen. So, as a parent child, we're trying to work together. The parents are trying to work together to make the kids' life better. And the kids sometimes they don't understand, and that's why kids make their parents' life hell because they don't understand the detriment or the things that, like, you see certain kids. Okay, Joanna, thank you so much. I hope you have a great night. Thank you for coming on to my live and talking to me. Make sure you listen to your parents, you know, listen and follow the rules because they're looking out for you. Bye bye. Thank you so much for coming on. I really appreciate you for coming on. You know, have a great night. I'll talk to you soon when I come on again. But so I feel as parents we should try to do our best to, you know, understand our children. Every child have a different personality type. Every child, you know, have different views. Every child is different. So the best you can do as a parent is to get to know your child. A lot of parents don't listen to their children. They think it's my way or the highway. Sometimes it shouldn't be like that. You know why I believe it shouldn't be like that? Because kids are humans too. They have their own personalities, they have their own minds, and you're trying to groom them or grow them, raise them, I should say, to be independent thinkers, to stand on their own. You're trying to raise your kids so that they can make it on their own when you release them from the nest. So The best a parent can do is get to know their child. I'm not saying to be best friends with your kid. You still have to be a parent, but get to know your kids, get to understand their likes, their dislikes, their favorite colors. Some parents don't know that because they want their kids to be what they want to be. But sometimes your kids are going to be what they want to be because you know what? We just we brought these kids into the world, but we're not them. Your kids have their own life, their own mindset, they have their own bodies. We just brought them into the world. I understand, Paulindo. How are you today? How are you? I hope you're doing well. I think we were both having issues with our phones that day because my phone even died. I had to get a charger for my phone. I am doing well. Remember I had a head cold the last time we spoke. I had a head cold and I am getting a little bit better. I have not been leaving my house, but my voice is still I'm still very stuffy in my head, but this weekend I'm definitely leaving the house, so we'll see. Hopefully the temperature warms up a bit. Um so Paulindo, are you in Italy? I was just talking about the winter sports, the winter Olympics. They're in Italy now, right? So Italy should be really busy right now. I was talking about how I commend the Caribbean people. We don't have snow. We don't have we don't have cold in the Caribbeans, but a lot of the Jamaicans are over there doing good. They're making their debut. But the best thing that I like, are you in the part where it's in, I think, Milan, Italy, where they're having the Winter Olympics? I wish I knew about that. If I knew about that, I would probably, go there because I love ice skating. I love to watch it. I was okay. I understand. Yeah, north. So, Paulindo, is it warm where you're at? I know north, I see all the snow. Is it warm? Are there some parts of Italy that never get snow? Okay, so it's warm and okay. If I knew about it, I was telling my friend earlier how my mom and all her siblings, they're all, traveling right now. They're not up here in the cold. And my friend was saying how why I didn't go with them. But when you have children in school and you can't just get up and go because I have a certain schedule and certain tasks. I just have to guide them. So we're just waiting for break so that we can get out because you can't really leave. You have to make sure your kids go to school and get that high school diploma. Okay. Okay. So what's the temperature? Do you guys get snow in South Italy? Southern Italy? Oh wow. You live in the mountains. Do you mind telling us where the city is called? We don't know the city, but the thing about coming on live, I learned about different places. I think I learned about Italy and I learned about Algeria, just different parts of the world. And I feel like history was really good. We study history, but we really need to, as older people, when you're older, to try to learn about other places and other countries because the world is so big. The world is so big, so many different things, places that you there's so many different places is pretty much all I'm saying. Oh, Ari, I'm sorry about that. You're back. Hi, Ari. Thank you for coming into my live. Don't forget to like. I'm sorry, Ari, that you're in. Well, they say Scotland is a very nice country, but in the summer it must be nice. I guess I'm in the north as well, so I'm in the cold. When I look outside, it's white. There's still snow. It rained today because the snow will melt a little bit, but I've had snow for the past. Just looking outside and all I see is white snow on the ground because, you know. It's very beautiful though. The snow is beautiful, but that's why I don't go outside because I'm not interested in going outside in the cold. I don't care if we have the nice fur coats and the nice boots and whatever they make, any winter clothes. I do not care to be outside in that snow. I don't care I'll dress up in my coat in the house. I don't care to step out in in the cold. I don't It's not very appeasing to me. I don't care. Yeah, I dress for it because I've lived in this area for my entire life pretty much. Yeah, Paulindo, yeah. So yes, when I was in school when I was younger, I read a lot. I would read every day. I would constantly read books every day, but as I got older and life got busy, I don't have time, but you know what? I Instead of scrolling on the phone, I'm going to pick up a book and try to read more books. So that is my goal for 2026 to get back into reading because I read a lot. And there's people who still write a lot. And I also used to write in my journal a lot when I was younger. It's just weird. I picked up my journal as a 16-year-old in 1990. I would what I'm telling my age. Well, in the 90s, I was writing in my journal and it's so funny like reading your journal and then you're like, I was this little girl. And most of the things that I was saying, it's still happening today. So it's just so weird. Ari, it's okay. Yeah, I'm ancient. But you know what? I'm 27 in my head, guys. I will always be 27. The older I get, the more I'm not sad that I'm getting older, but it's like, I don't want to be that age. I want to be in my 20s again. I want to be 20s. So I'm 27 in my head. I say that. I'm 27 in my head. Oh, yes, Ari. That's nice. I hope you get your car and you can travel. Yeah, the cold is miserable, but it's the snow out there is very beautiful, but it's just the temperature is very miserable. And it's just weird how a lot of people actually like the cold and they do these a lot of people who on Instagram, it's so funny to me. Like they live in California, some of them, and they never seen the snow. So they'll go to Colorado and do these winter vacations. I have no desire to do a winter vacation. I don't care because I live in the cold. No desire, nothing. There's no desire to do that at all. Yeah. Oh, Ari, you feel old at 29. I don't feel old at all, honey. I feel young. I feel like I'm in my 20s. So how you feel is, you know, I don't feel young at all. I mean, I don't feel old. I feel young. I feel very vibrant and young, and I will never ever say I'm old because I'm not old. Yeah, I miss the 90s. It's nostalgic to read my journal from the 90s. It's so funny. Maybe I'll write a book with my journal one day. Pauline, oh my gosh. You feel like you're 87, hon. Go take some vitamins. I feel young. I'm just a young chicken, guys. I'm 27 forever in my head. You guys have to enjoy your youth, enjoy your youth, because I know people who are in their 60s, and they, you could never tell that they're older because they act young, they're vibrant. It's best that we keep our youth. You can still be mature at your age, but don't ever say your body is old. Try to be vibrant, stay fit, stay healthy, because that's the wealth. Remember, I talked about wealth, the wealth of health. It's so great to be healthy, be able to walk, be able to get up and go. Just enjoy it. Your old man tablet box. That's so funny. Yes. Yes. Even though our age is getting up there, it's best we just retain our youth. See everyone, they're trying to stay in the gym, they're drinking all these green juices because no one wants to get old. No one wants to get old. It's like when you look back, you're like in your 20s, you say, oh, I felt old, but it's like you're getting up there, so we're feeling more old. So enjoy every year, enjoy every moment, enjoy whatever year you're at. But I say in my head, I'm 27, so 3D surgeries. Right. Yeah. I hope not, Ari. Yeah, that's why I said you have to be mature still. You have your responsibilities, but go out and have fun. There's a lot of people who think going out is such a bad thing. You can go out, but you don't have to go to a club. If you're older and you like a club, so be. We all have our vices. Who am I to tell you not to go to a club? If you like me personally, my enjoyment is getting dressed up and going out to eat or having brunch with my friends or going out with my husband. That's my enjoyment. When I was younger, I used to go out with my friends in the summer, dress up and go out a lot. But I don't like that anymore. I'm pretty much a homebody. Yeah, I'm a homebody, but when I'm home, I try my best to go on brunches with my friends. But when you have a family, you have kids, it's just hard. It's hard. Those memes where they say friend groups every quarter or every 3 months, that's when we can meet. We'll say, oh, let's go out next week. And it never happens because we don't have the time. You have to maintain your household. But I would say, guys, find time for fun because we have to work and we have responsibilities, but make sure you always find time for fun because, yeah, we're getting older and fun will not look the same when you're older. It will be different. So enjoy now and enjoy your fun now, but be responsible when you're enjoying yourself. Be responsible, enjoy yourself, and enjoy life. There's so much crazy things going on in the world. You just have to find time for entertainment. You have to, because the world is trying to make us somber. Look at us. We're stuck in this winter wonderland. And the winter can make us have seasonal depression, which I think I struggle with a little bit because I struggle with seasonal depression some a little bit, just a little. But sometimes, you know what? I'll have to get dressed just to go out you know, to not be down over this winter. Yes, Paulindo, those sound good. Yeah, that's what I do. And when you're older and you have like most of my friends are within my age group, either a year or two the same age. A lot of the people who I hang out with are either older than me, a year or two younger, or they're in my age group. I don't really hang out with people that are much younger, unless they're a sibling. Sorry, guys, I'm so stuffy. Why, Ari? That doesn't make sense. When summer is here, I'm doing activities left and right. Like Paulindo said, I'm going for a walk. I'm either at the track going for a walk on the trail or the park. I'm looking up all the summer events. Like if they have free park events, I'm there with my kids. They'll have like fairs, festivals. I try to make the best of it, like I said, because we're getting older. You have to try to enjoy every summer, every year, whatever. Enjoy your life, because as long as you're healthy, you're mobile, you can move around, enjoy it, because someday we won't be able to do that. We won't be able to walk for hours on end at a fair. I always say we because I'm talking about the collective. I am talking about the collective. We will get, I'm sure okay, we'll be able to do it at an older age because I see my parents, I see my aunts and uncles, and they're very mobile, they're active, and they're able to do stuff. They're all in Jamaica now, and I wish I was there with them, but they're all in Jamaica, all having a grand old time in the sun. But yeah, we should all try to enjoy life, try to be mobile, enjoy yourself. Don't I know a lot of us are in this cold winter, but when summer come, take full advantage of it. Take full advantage. And even the winter is very cold. However, I just get up one day, go to a restaurant, go eat, go hang out with your friends. So I try to do that even though I say I hate the cold. I don't like wearing layers. I'm just not a layer girl. I like to show my skin outside. I like to the sun to be on my skin. And wearing all these layers is not for me. But enjoy yourself, enjoy life. Even in the winter, we say we get a little bit down, but you can still go out to a nice restaurant, enjoy music, and with your friends or family. So I try to do that. The thing that keeps me going though is like my kids are in sports. So we always have activities to do over the weekend. So I am not home all the time. I get to go out and still interact with people some way and some time. So yeah, I knew you were playing, but I'm always talking about the collective. So I think we as a whole should enjoy ourselves. We should enjoy yourself. You said you smell good. Did you not smell good when you were younger? You're too much. Yes, we do. And you know what? Can you guys hear me good? Yeah, and so they want us to take vitamin D in the winter. So take your vitamin D. I don't know if men should take it too, but my doctor always say I have to take vitamin D because we have no sun. We have no sun. If I was like rich, I would be gone in the winter. I would not be tied up to here. If I could homeschool my kids, I would homeschool them and we would be gone all year round. But my kids don't listen, so I can't homeschool them. Oh, those are good. Yeah. I take vitamin, they're saying for women D3 and K2. So I've been taking that. I take my multivitamin and I take, for women, they have to take iron. So I take iron pills as well. But the omega fish oil I have not taken. Zinc and magnesium I have not been taken. But I'll look into the list of vitamins to see if the zinc and magnesium is included. Okay. And Paulindo, yeah, because my parents don't take vitamins and they're like in their 60s and 70s. Like my dad, he's a vegan. He does not eat meat. He haven't eaten meat for over, I would say, 30 plus years now. And he doesn't take vitamins. He just eats a lot of veggie. Yeah, creatine is a good too, but you know what creatine does? It makes you gain weight, and I don't want to gain weight. I'll probably find foods with it, but yeah, I eat a lot of vegetables and fruits. I was telling my friend earlier how, on salad, I'll be addicted to having a salad. Like I'll eat it for a whole 2 weeks and then I'll be sick of salads, but I sometimes make the green juices and then I get sick of it. I get sick of things quickly and then I start it again. But I'm on my I have to lose. I always say 10 pounds. So I'm on that journey, so I'm eating much healthier. Okay. It doesn't add fat, it just add muscle weight. I have it here, but once I was gaining. Okay, I will try to take my what is it? My creatine. I will try to take my creatine, guys. But I have it here, but we'll see. I just don't want to gain too much weight. There's too much things. And guys, I know a lot of people are taking protein. They're taking a lot of protein powder, but you guys have to be careful. When you take the protein powder, make sure it's the vegan one. It doesn't, it's the vegan protein powder. Everything vegan, 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 everything. Yeah. It is bodybuilding because I took some and I gained weight, so I stopped it. Okay. I'll look into it more. I just don't like to take all those supplements. I don't like it. Even the protein powder, I'm not doing it. I just rather eat protein, but I guess for vegans who don't eat meat, it's good for them. But you have protein in beans and all that, so eat a lot of beans. But really? Wow. That's interesting. That's good. I'll look into it more. Well, I do like fruits and vegetables too, Paulindo. I love fruits and vegetables. Yeah, sometimes. Is there a podcast that you want me to listen to? When I have time. I used to listen to this podcast. I forgot the name of the guy. Yeah, I was listening to this podcast, but what I listen to is probably nothing you guys are interested in. It's just really different what I listen to. I forgot the name of these guys. I used to listen to them a lot, but then I stopped. They were two single guys and they were talking about relationships a lot. If I remember, I don't remember their names because I stopped watching them last. Yes, the Rasta pasta is not from Jamaica. I think it was created here in the US because when I go to Jamaica, that food is not on the menu. I think it's starting to be on the menu, but that was not a dish created in Jamaica. It's not a Jamaican dish. It was created in the US. The US who because Rasta pasta includes Alfredo sauce. So the Alfredo sauce you can make with coconut milk instead of adding the actual Alfredo sauce. I made it with coconut milk. And if you're adding the Parmesan cheese in Rasta pasta, that is not the truly vegan Rasta pasta because Rastas are vegan. So you cannot add the Alfredo cheese. I mean, the Parmesan cheese. And I feel like a lot of people, when I taste the Rasta pasta, they're adding the Alfredo sauce and they're adding the Parmesan cheese. So when I make it, I don't make it vegan light because I make my own Alfredo sauce and I add the heavy cream and the Parmesan cheese and but it's not a Jamaica. I don't think it's like a Rasta dish from Jamaica because Jamaicans don't eat pasta like that. They like rice and peas, but the pasta is it's starting to be a thing for Jamaicans, but I mean, we like rice. Right. The Rastafarians, I'm sorry, they believe in a man. They believe in someone he was from Ethiopia. Haile Selassie was a guy. He was a man. He's not a god, you know? So I don't know what. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, Haile Selassie. My service keeps getting interrupted for some odd reason. Okay. So Diary of CEO, I will try to um listen to her podcast later. Right. I think they're just the Rastafarians. I think it's they should stop. If you go to the history of Rastafarians, their god is Haile Selassie. You know, they say hail Haile Selassie and he is a man from Ethiopia. Right. He was recent. Oh, with water. I add yes, Paulindo, because we I know how to make it mine's from scratch, but I use heavy cream. I use heavy cream, butter, I use the crushed garlic and then I add the Parmesan cheese. That's how you make it from scratch. You don't have to buy it from the you don't have to buy it. But you can add for the vegans, they can do the coconut milk, but you have to add the Parmesan cheese, which makes it not vegan. Once you add that Parmesan cheese, unless I feel like they've been selling vegan cheese, so maybe I'll try it one day with vegan cheese and give it to my dad. I haven't used heavy cream in a while. I have not. I don't make the rasta pasta a lot, Ari, because it's very fattening. So if I do make it in my house, I probably won't eat. I'll eat like a bite because I don't eat things that's fattening. So they say rice is like the best carbs. It's the best carbs for you. So if I do eat rice, I don't eat much. I'll take like a cup of rice lately I've been trying to measure it because I love my rice. Right. Lately I've been trying because I need to lose these 10 pounds. So they use water instead of heavy cream. Oh wow, I'll try it that way with water. Butter, Parmesan cheese, and water. Okay. So they use the water from the sauce. That makes sense. The water from the Alfredo, from the spaghetti sauce, from the pasta. That makes sense. Yeah. Yep. I've used the water from the sauce in my sauces before. Yep. It makes sense. But yeah, I guess I like that you guys are healthy eaters and you're on like you know how to eat healthy because we definitely do need to eat healthy. Right. He's saying he adds the pasta sauce, but he's in Italy, so obviously that's their authentic dish. For Alfredo, that's their dish. So he knows how to make it better than we do. Or that's the origin, Italy. So Italy is so far. If Italy wasn't far, I would come to Italy, but Italy is so far. Why is it so far from the US? Oh my gosh. It's so far away. That's true, Ari. Okay, that's good, Paulindo. You see, Ari, he's telling you how to make it where it's gonna look like the Alfredo. Right. Hide your money. Okay, so hey, hopefully one day you guys will get rich, you know? You can't make fun of broke people because you know what? Who knows? Money comes and goes, and you don't want to make fun of broke people. What if you become broke one day, you know? You don't do that, honey. Don't do that. Money comes and goes. We've all been broke once or twice in our lives. But NBA, what do you say? NBA young boy never broke anymore? Is that what it means? Never broke again? NBA young boy never broke again. So, yeah, you have to do resources and I don't know. I'm gonna do it with the coconut milk and I'm gonna try to find vegan cheese because I made it with the coconut milk before, but I did it with Parmesan cheese and it was pretty good. But I've yet to see that dish, the rasta pasta in Jamaica. Like I have not. I have family members down there now and I'll ask them if they see it in a restaurant. But I feel like it was created in the US. That's a US version dish. And when I go to Jamaica, if I'm able to go soon, I was watching this guy. He was a Caucasian guy. He was going everywhere to eat, and he went to the real authentic, like Rastafarian, where they just cook vegan food, just vegan, all vegan. And I would love to try that, guys, because when Jamaicans cook their vegan food, it tastes like you're eating meat. Like it doesn't taste like it's vegetables. They cook it so well that you don't even need to eat meat. But I don't know if I can give up meat, me personally. But my father doesn't eat meat. My hubby doesn't eat meat. But I have to eat meat. I don't eat meat that much, but I try to eat it. I don't eat it as much as people think, but I eat it not every day. I don't eat meat every day because yesterday I didn't have meat at all. I didn't have any meat yesterday at all. And today I have not eaten any meat. So I can go days without meat. But today, no meat. No meat at all. Tomorrow I'll have meat. So yeah, some people they have to eat meat every day, but I am just not that person. But I cannot say that I'll quit eating meat. But I know there's a lot of like my dad and my hubby, they know how to make some great vegan dishes where I don't need to eat meat because it tastes like meat. I can just eat rice and cabbage and I'm okay. Rice and broccoli, or broccoli, what do they call it? Stir fry. That is okay for me. Or rasta pasta, that's no meat. I could eat that and I'm okay, you know? But I did have the pasta with the meat when I went to the restaurant. I don't know if you guys were on the live when we went to the restaurant and we were eating the pasta. It was pretty good, but it depends on the location. Some people make it good and some people they just don't make it good. Some restaurants just don't know how to cook, but some people like their meals. If I'm a Jamaican, I know how a Jamaican dish should taste. So if I go to a restaurant, I know what's good versus what's not good. I have a very good palate where I know good food, you know? So, guys, don't forget to like my live. I would really appreciate it if you like my live. But some restaurant, I guess people don't have great taste buds. They just go there at night when they're drinking or when they're high. So they would just eat anything and say the restaurant is good. But some places, they really don't know how to cook and they still have restaurants open. And I'm not saying support them, but not every place that people say have good food know how to make good Jamaican food. If I'm from a Jamaican family who really know how to cook, my Jamaican family, myself, my hubby, we all know how to cook well. Where my mom is constantly feeding, like she's cooking and feeding a ton of people. So I'm from a very big family, so that's the thing. We cook and we feed people. And so I have a great palate, a great taste for good food. But we have to support other people, right? You have to support others in their journey. And I love when people give a good review because they'll change, restaurants will change your chefs if they have a good, if you give them a good review, they'll change your chefs, they'll change your menu. It's not the end of the world to change your chef and get offended. Some people just cook better than others. Some people can cook for a large group of people where some people they can only cook for a few people. It doesn't mean, and you can learn. The internet have so many resources to teach you how to cook, you know. And with cooking, the more you cook, the better you will become. That's how it is with some people. I don't know, if you don't have the nick or the knack for cooking, you won't become good, but you just have to practice your craft if you want to be like a chef or cooker or work in a restaurant. Practice your craft. But do you guys like they're making a lot of Jamaican things on pizza now. Like they make jerk chicken pizza. I have not tried it, but I have to try it. They have a great place in Brooklyn where they're saying they have jerk chicken pizza. So I might try that this summer. I would love to try jerk chicken pizza, but like I said, I don't eat meat that much. Beef is not like my go-to um meat. I have been trying to eat it more because I wasn't eating it for a while due to my iron. My iron did get a little low, so I was trying to help my iron a bit. But I don't eat it that much because it's so hard to digest for me. So I mainly stick with seafood and chicken, okay? And my seafood is basically salmon and snapper fish. I do eat lobster and shrimp, but crabs sometimes, but sometimes I don't feel for those either. Lately I've been sick, so my appetite have been so bad. I have not felt for anything and just forcing myself to eat. But guys, don't forget to like my live and let me know what you guys want to talk about. We're just chatting. We're chatting about cooking and all different types of thing. you know, what type of how you make rasta pasta, where was it originated from. And I don't believe it was originated in Jamaica at all, because I've been to Jamaica and I have not seen rasta pasta on the menu. I just have not seen that dish on the menu, but it's very easy to make. It's not hard. I don't feel like pasta dishes are hard, as they say. It's not complex. You know, it's not, if you're from a Jamaican background and you cook Jamaican food, you would know that pasta dishes are not as complex as they're making it to seem. It's a bit more fattier than rice, so I try not to eat it much or cook it much in my household, you know. But we do like rasta pasta over here. My kids, the simplest pasta you can eat, what is like a spaghetti meal. It's the best easy way to make for kids. But you, in any food, when you're cooking, you have to put your own creativity in your food and in your dish. You don't have to follow every authentic thing. You have to make your own in your family. Make your own special meal. You can add an extra ingredient and make your own special meal. That's what we do, you know. And how my cooking schedule works is, I we pretty much eat the same thing every week. Some weeks I'll change what we eat, but I make a list of what we eat every week to make your life easier as a mom, not a stay-at-home mom, but a working mom. You have to make a list of what you're gonna cook. You have to buy things that you're gonna cook. Normally, I don't freeze my meat. I don't like to do that. So I will go to the grocery store just to pick up meat. You know, lately I've been, you know, trying to freeze it, but I don't like that. But I don't like to freeze our meat, you know. And they have, right. Oh my God, Rana, how are you? I have not seen you in such a long time. You guys are talking, but I wasn't seeing your chat. You know, I was just saying, if you're able to cook meals without, like yesterday I did not have any meat, and today I didn't have any meat. So if you're able to cook like in the Jamaican cut. Hi Ramdan, I haven't seen you. Right. You see how that's odd, Ari? Days without meat is crazy, and to eat meat every day is crazy. So you can't win either way. You can't win if you eat meat every day. You cannot win if you don't eat meat every day. But some people, they have to eat meat. Some people don't eat vegetables. Vegetable is not a part of their diet plan. But if you're able to cook vegetables in a certain way, you can eat it without eating meat. You know, you don't have to eat meat every day. Right. I feel like the Italian restaurants are authentic, because I had some Italian friends at my job, and then they would go to places like, I guess Olive Garden here is a big restaurant. They said it's the worst, nastiest Italian food ever. It's not true Italian food. So, yeah, I'm sure I know the Italian food is authentic because they make their spaghetti and everything from scratch, and I really like that. But Italy so far. Maybe one day I'll get to go to Italy. Hi, Rana. How are you? And guys, you should try to be nice and have conversations, where we can talk and not be mad at each other in our life because we're having a great conversation. Why do I keep saying it? I don't understand. Oh my God. That's so true. That is so true. Paulindo is so knowledgeable, he knows a lot, even about my Jamaican people. You'll be surprised. You're in Italy and know so much about Jamaican people. You seem like you like Jamaican people. Um, okay. Ari, you need to be more nicer in the chat. You're in Scotland. So I thought the Scottish people were nice, but I thought they were nice people. They said Scotland is a nice country. But you guys should be nicer in the chat because we're just having a conversation. We're different. We're all different from different places. We can see that. And it's great that YouTube can bring us all together to join us together to talk about different things. Like Paul Lindo, it's crazy. I was going to say Luigi. Paul Lindo, I'm so sorry. I was just Paul Lindo. Is telling us about the authentic Italian dishes. I'm talking about Jamaican dishes. And then Ari, I don't know what you guys eat in Scotland. You can just say it. And I know Rana probably doesn't eat meat at all because he's Muslim. He probably doesn't eat meat at all, you know. Okay. So, yeah, we all eat differently. And I like that people are going all over the world. People are going all over the world to try different foods. And America is a melting pot, so they have different cultures here where we can taste the different foods. But Paulindo, you're right, sometimes how they cook in these countries doesn't taste the same if you actually go to the country, because like Jamaican, we have a lot of great Jamaican cookers, a lot of great Jamaican restaurants, but they don't have the authentic taste as in if you were in Jamaica, because the food is more organic, and also it's more organic and the seasonings are different. Mind you, they do might bring seasonings here, but to eat food in Jamaica tastes totally different than when you eat food here. I feel like that's why a lot of Jamaicans, they have to go home every year. They have to go home frequently because the food and the vibe is so good. Like the food is very good in Jamaica, I'm telling you. It's just a different taste. It tastes very different than the food. Like even I love my mom's cooking. She cooked very good. I cook my food good, you know, for my liking, for my taste, my family's taste. But the authentic food in Jamaica, it just have a different taste. I think it's because it's organic. They're not feeding the meats with a lot of chemicals. They're not cooking with a lot of chemicals, so the food tastes very different. It tastes like you're eating organic food. They'll say things are organic here, but it still doesn't taste organic. Sorry, guys. So the best thing to get organic foods is to travel to the country where the foods are. Like, go to Italy for organic Italian food. Go to Africa for organic African food. Go to China for organic Chinese food. Go to Jamaica, the Caribbean, for their organic food. You cannot find the organic foods here. No matter if people migrate with the seasonings, it does not taste the same. You have to go to the country. And I feel like that's why a lot of people travel. Yes, they travel for different cultures, but the food itself, when you go to that country, it just tastes different. You're not going to get it here. You're not, no matter how hard people try. Yes, America does have some good cooking, good foods, but it's on a different level when you're in the country where the food originates from. The food is on a different level. And I know I'm sounding like a foodie now, but I am not really a foodie because I pretty much stick to the same type of foods that I eat. I don't eat a lot of different foods, but I feel like to taste the true authenticity, I'm not saying this right. So I'll say the true authentic foods of a country, you have to go to that country, you know? And I'm not seeing you guys chat, so if you're chatting, I'm not seeing it. You have to go to that country. And guys, don't forget to like my live. And thank you guys for chatting. I think this is such a good topic. The topic of, foods and I don't know what that word mean. Astis. What does that mean? So I feel like it's good to go try different foods if you can travel to other countries to try other countries' food. Yes, I'm here. I'm here, guys. Yeah, so I would love to go to Italy. You know why? Italy just looks like, I'm sure Italy have poor culture too and rich culture, but when the places, the scenery in Italy look very beautiful. So I would love to go see that. I just love how it looks there. So maybe someday, not this year. I won't be able to go there this year, but maybe next year, maybe 2027. 27 means a lot to me. The number 27, that's the day I was born on. So maybe next year. Yeah, service keeps ending. It's so crazy. My phone keeps disconnecting. It's just really annoying. It's really annoying. But guys, it's 8:53 p.m. here, and you guys know that I have to work in the morning. Some of us aren't rich like Ari. We got to get up and go to work. We have to get up and work. So I have to, gather these children. I know you didn't see them, but they have to be gathered. He all he always comes in and he preaches. He does that all the time. But we welcome that in the chat because if that's what he wants to do, like I said, I'm Carla. I allow people to do what they want to do if it's not offensive to me or it's not hurting anyone. Being racist, no, you shouldn't be racist. But if you want to preach the word, I'm not super religious, but I do believe in God. I believe in God and do want to get back in my faith. So if he wants to preach, I have no issues, but I don't condone racism. And I just hope everyone treat each other nicely. But I guess Rana can help Ari. You know, they can help each other. And guys, please don't forget to like my live when you come in. And Rana, I have not seen you in a while. So thank you for coming on. I have not seen you in so long. So you must be busy with your studies. Right. You're right. Right. But I get what you're saying. He's trying to help Ari, so that's why he's doing that. And I can't go against it because that's what he wants to do. Maybe God sent him here to help me, you, and Ari, and whoever else is in the chat. So, guys, don't forget to like my live when you come in. Thank you so much. Don't forget to like my live. And don't forget, thank you guys for coming into the chat. Of course, I'll be there. My aunt was there this past summer. She said it was beautiful. She went to Italy and I think she went to Greece. So I think she went to both countries, but she had a grand time. Or maybe she went to Greece. But I have people who went to Italy and I definitely will try to come next year. It's far, so when I book those, I think I went to Dubai. That's the furthest I've traveled, you know, from the US because I don't like to be, I like to travel, but my family was so far away that kind of get me kind of, it gives me anxiety a little bit. So we'll see. Yeah, the food, I know they have good food because I love Italian restaurants here. So I definitely would want to come to try the food and then the culture probably, yeah, look into the culture a bit. And a lot of Italian men love Jamaican people, so we'll see. I'm married, but it's good that you guys love the culture. I love that. And the food in Italy, I have to. I just wish I was at the winter sports. I just wish I was there. If I need to know about these things beforehand so I can plan for it, but I didn't know. Yes. Most of the Italian people that I meet at my job, they really love the Jamaican culture. So that is a guys, you know what? My phone keeps don't forget to like my live, but my phone keeps cutting off. I don't know what if I'm in a location. Rana, you can certainly talk like that. There's no problem. If that's, it's fine. And I don't talk much about Bob Marley because I'm Jamaican, but not all Jamaicans are into Bob Marley. Okay, a lot of Italians talk about Bob Marley. Yes, if I say I'm from Jamaica, they'll talk about Bob Marley. I took a picture with his son before, the one with the long hair. What's his name? I have a photo with him. I'll post it on my feed. He's a Damian Marley. Yeah, I'm not into the Marleys like that, but I do. Bob Marley had a lot of good songs. Like he have a lot of conscious music that a lot of people should be listening today. It's like his messages were so great. Like it's so great. His messages, if you really sit and listen to the messages and the songs he was singing, people should really be singing those type of songs today because some of the songs that they're singing is just not good for the youth and not good for the culture. The partying, the drugs, the alcohol. That's not a good way to, not a good message for the youth. So people should be singing the type of songs that Bob Marley used to sing, more conscious for the mind, music that makes you think, music that means something, music that could make a movement for the people, lead the people in a better place, make the people wake up, make the people think, make the people act better. I think that's the type of music he did. So I love his music in that sense. I don't like the fact that he had kids all over the place with so many different women. I don't like that, but hey, that was his life. I cannot judge his life because, I'm not the judger of anyone's life. I can't judge him, but I think the man did really well with music. He did really well with music. Yeah, and he's popular all over because everywhere I go, some places they have his picture, they have his flag. He is very popular. Okay. Home to Harlem, I think I heard of. Marcus Garvey, yes. Garvey, yep. Yeah, it's so great how some of their names are still in history. And, they've done a lot for the country. And I think the country, I think, should really look into their history and to continue to follow the same path that they were, but I don't think they were because I don't think they are because Jamaica is doing a lot of things like selling out to other countries. I think the Chinese have a so much hold on Jamaica. Jamaica sold a lot of things to the Chinese and they're selling to this and selling to that, even though Jamaica was owned or still owned by the UK, the UK have some type of ownership still in the island of Jamaica, even though Jamaica still celebrates its independence, but they have a hold. A lot of countries still have a hold on Jamaica, and I don't like that. So Jamaica government or the leaders of Jamaica should think about what past the past leaders or the revolutionaries did for Jamaica, did to make the country, what the revolutionaries did to make the country independent and to free the people, instead of going into debt and for the countries to take away because if you go into debt, like if an island go into debt and can't pay all their debts back to all these countries, what's going to happen? The other countries are going to take over. They're going to take over. Hi, how are you? The other countries are going to take over if you owe them a debt. So, yes, Jamaica has been independent since the 1960s. But I feel like a lot of these countries, they say they're independent. But are they truly independent? They're not truly independent because they still owe a lot to other countries. It's like if you have a house and owe your mortgage, you don't own the house until you pay it off. You don't own the house until you pay off the mortgage, even though your name is on the deed. That's what I'm talking about when I'm talking about the islands. They owe debts to other countries. They have to pay off these countries, or else these countries are going to take over the island. So, even though Jamaica has been independent since the 1960s, we have a lot of resources, but the government, they have to be careful because he's indebted to China and other countries. So that's my thing. They say he seemed like he's good for Jamaica, and that he really cares about the country and keeping the independence and keeping our resources and not selling out the country. But we'll see. I'm hoping that he's a good guy and he just don't sell out Jamaica, because that's what they do to these islands. You know, Jamaica is a great island. Everyone loves Jamaica. You know, everyone loves Jamaica. And Jamaica is a very, if you go to Jamaica, Paulindo, you would love Jamaica, because Jamaica is a vibe. When you enter the island, you just feel like you're at a different place, different universe. You know, you're in a different universe. You just get like homely. Even if you're not from Jamaica, you're gonna feel homely. The food is great, the weather is great. You're just gonna have this happy feeling, you know, like you're home. And you can look up many people who are not Jamaicans and they will say they have this experience, because it's a great country. Look at me. I was migrated to the US, but I think Jamaica is a great country. A lot of people have left Jamaica, but we always go back to visit. I think it's a good country. Don't listen to the negativity. I personally think Jamaica is a great country. People live free, you know. I'm not sure if everyone lives free now, but it seemed like a good country. My family, they own a home down there. So we get to go there and we stay in the home. The home is in like a I would say it's in its own district. That's what they call their towns, like district. So it's in like a dead end district. There's not a lot of traffic in and out of it. It's really nice. It's quiet. It's nice there. You get your natural, authentic foods. Yeah, people are very, yeah. Yes, Ocho Rice is nice. Yep, yep. Ocho Rice is nice. I love it there. But where I'm from in Jamaica, like you said, you're in the country. I'm from the country. I think is it the mountains? Yeah, it's close to the mountains from the country in Jamaica. So not much happened there. It's not, we are not even that close to a beach. We're not even that cold. We have to drive about what, an hour for a beach. The places where the beaches are, I'm like 2 to 3 hours away from them in Jamaica. So we're an hour away from Kingston, the capital. But to get to Montego Bay, it's like 3.5 hours in driving. But they're fixing a lot of the roads and a lot of they're building highways to make the driving more easier and to get from one part of the island to the next better. So they're making it better for tourism, especially if you want to go to Jamaica and drive in Jamaica. It's much easier because they're building highways, they're making the roads better. Yeah, I hope you get on your cruise and you're able to go there, because it's a very good island. Rana lives in India. India, I would love to go as well, but they're very strict on, we don't know how to act in India because they're very religious and very strict. Whereas in Jamaica, you're able to be free. You know, they're not going to stop you in Jamaica. You can be free and do whatever you want. And guys, don't forget to, oh, you're in Pakistan. Well, Pakistan is strict. I don't think they would welcome me in your country. Um, Guys, don't forget to like my live. But women have to act a certain way, Rana. Like I have to act a certain way. I have to be covered. So that would be a different experience for me going to Pakistan versus going to Jamaica. So Jamaicans will be more humble and they will allow people to do what they want to do. And I think that's probably the problem with Jamaica. They allow anyone in the country and people are free to do whatever they want to do. He's from Pakistan. Yes, the Blue Mountain coffee is so good. I have to visit Blue Mountain. I have not visited Blue Mountain. And the island is so small yet so big. You know, I've been back so many times since I migrated here and I have not seen the entire island. But that's my goal. I need to travel the entire island. Rana, in WhatsApp, I drink WhatsApp. I drink black coffee as well, but coffee here doesn't taste the same as if you're outside in the islands. They have good coffee. Yeah, Jamaica coffee is good. Guys, please don't forget to like my live. Right. You don't have his WhatsApp, so why are you saying WhatsApp? I don't understand. That is just crazy. I think, Rana, you are uber religious now and common. Now you're being funny. That is so funny. He's just being a jokester now. He don't have your WhatsApp. Yeah. Rana is very trolling. He said, Rana, you wanted to tell us about Pakistan and you're not telling us about Pakistan. So what, you're not telling us about your country? Yeah, he's the religious one from Pakistan, so he has to behave. You guys have to behave in the chat. You guys have to behave. Guys, don't forget to like my live when you come in. And people are coming in, but they're not liking the live. We would love for you to like the live because, yes, we're sitting down now, but I bet when I'm in another location, you guys will enjoy it. But guys, it's 9:11 now and I have to go for tonight. It was great talking to you guys about everything. The conversation was good. I've been ill and stuffy, so I haven't been able to come on, but I'll try my best to come on. I used to come on, what, 3 to 4 times a week, but I'll try my best to come on more often, you know? I've never been to Spanish Town or Tivoli Garden. Those places I have not been to. Okay, Ghana. So Pakistan will be a country that I visit. I'm going to research Pakistan as well and I will visit because I swear in high school I knew a girl from Pakistan. I knew a girl from Pakistan, but she liked she liked black guys, so she was dated. Her hair was long down her back. I forgot her name. Once I left my hometown at 18, it's like I forgot everybody and everything. I have that memory. It's like once out of sight, out of mind. Oh, that looks nice, Rana. Oh, the Arabian Sea. Thank you, Rana. I will definitely look into that. I will look into Hi Gala Gala. Don't forget to like my live. Thank you, Rana. I'll look into that to see as a black woman traveling to Pakistan. I will research that. Okay. I will definitely research that because I've never thought of going to Pakistan, but I will definitely. I've been to Kuwait because when I went to Dubai, I took Kuwait Airlines and we had to spend a night in Kuwait. And they were very strict in Kuwait, but I like the history of Kuwait it's a very rich history. So I was looking up Kuwait, and the buildings and everything look so rich. So they were just so strict. You couldn't even bring alcohol into Kuwait. You can't bring alcohol into Kuwait at all. So if you had wines or anything in your suitcase, they were going to take it out and take it. So I've been to Kuwait because I connected, and then the flight was delayed, and they had us sleep overnight in Kuwait, and they were so strict where we slept. They were so strict where they were very strict with us coming to Kuwait. And we flew in from Dubai, but they were so strict. Um, it's like we were in an army camp or something. Yes, I will definitely go to Kenya. Kenya, I have a Kenyan friend, and I swear one time I will have her come on here. She's from Kenya, and I told her when she's ready to go to Kenya, I will come with you. I will come. But the thing about Kenya, it's far as well. I don't like to travel far. I like a quick, easy flight, but I have to start traveling in these flights. But Kenya, I will. Dubai, okay, so Dubai, I think is glorified. It seemed rich, but when I went over there, the things weren't expensive. So I went in 2022, maybe because it was after COVID, but it looked glamorous. But the things to me weren't pricey. I feel like even traveling to Jamaica is more expensive than Dubai to me, but I will try to go now, but it wasn't expensive. Like to me, it wasn't like I was spending so much in Dubai. I don't think so, but I definitely would go to Dubai over and over again because I love the mall. The mall is so beautiful. The desert was beautiful, but very hot. Very, very hot. And I like that the police, they don't have a lot of cops around, but I've heard some horror stories in Dubai. What do you mean? English people? What type of vlogs? It depends on the vlogs. Yeah, I've watched people in London, their vlogs. I love them because the lifestyle is so different from here, and they do different things. They're definitely not like Americans, but they say different things, they do different things. So it's good sometimes to watch other cultures. Oh no, I wouldn't want to be fully naked. No. Mm-mm. I don't want to see anyone. Yeah, I've seen a lion. I went to the Jamaica Zoo, and they have a lion there. And when you go to the safaris here, they have lions. So Jamaica had a lion. It was it a lion or a tiger? The lion, they had a lion in Jamaica. I think I have it on video at the Jamaica Zoo. I've never seen a wild beast though. I've never seen a wild beast. I would not be anywhere where they're gonna show a wild beast. No, no, sir, not I. I try to stay safe, but I want to visit the was it called the Giraffe Manor in Kenya? But it looks good, but all those animals around, I'm sure it doesn't smell good around there. So, but it looks very good on the internet. Paulinda want to see Wolfman. Okay, yeah, I think I don't think I think I've seen a giraffe. I've seen elephants. I've seen because they'll bring a lot of the animals here for like the zoos and stuff, the exotic animals. Like the camels they have here, I've been on a camelback, but I don't like to do that to animals. I just don't like to be on animals' backs and stuff like that. Oh, that's what you're saying. Yeah. Okay. Guys, please don't forget to like my live as you come in. But I feel like a lot of the different countries have different, what they're known for. So Kenya is known for the giraffe manor. So of course, everyone over social media has made that like a popular thing. But I really would love to go to Tanzania because the beaches are so beautiful and I am a beach person. I like the beach. I like the water. I'll explore the Kenyan culture, but the food, what do Kenyans eat? Oh, I've had Kenyan food. My friend gave me Kenyan bread. She made it from scratch and she gave it to me. And it was good. I forgot the name of the bread. Now, she is my best friend who's a male, her wife. So I don't think he should send. Why do you want his WhatsApp number? Oh, wow. Okay. But isn't Kenya not that warm? Kenya seem cold. Like it's not as warm as like Ghana and Nigeria because they say it's kind of chilly there. Probably no, you are too much. Guys, don't forget to like my live. You are too much. You guys are too much in the chat. But Kenya, I definitely want to visit Kenya. I do because I love the giraffe manor. I definitely would love it, but I just know everything looks good on the internet, but I know the smell over there probably is not that great. But I'm definitely a beach person. I'm talking about the giraffe manor with the animals all over the manor. No, they have the animals all over the manor. It's gonna smell like animal. Okay, I definitely have to visit Kenya. Trust me. I'm not saying the animals smell, but when they poop and all that, do they clean it up at the at the manor? That's what I mean. Like I don't mean the actual animals smell. Like do they clean and bathe the giraffes and stuff? They're all outside. We'll see, but I'll visit and we'll know. And I'm sure there's a lot of mosquitoes and bugs. I'm not a bug person or mosquito person. He's trolling. He is definitely trolling. But guys, I have to go for tonight. I hope we're able to chat tomorrow. I thank you guys for coming on to my live, but I have to leave. It's very late here, 9:24, and I have to settle for tomorrow. So you guys are jokesters. It was nice that you guys can be serious and jokesters at the same time, but I hope you guys have a great night and hopefully we are all on tomorrow. Have a good night. Bye.